Hi guys, good morning. So this is Dr. Freddie again of Freddie's Farm. Um, I received so many questions with regards to dragon fruit, and I'll try to answer some of them today, and hopefully I manage to answer most of them. Otherwise, we're going to have part two of this Q&A. All right. All right. By the way, before I proceed, if you are new to our channel, I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that now you will be notified always whenever we have new videos. Very good. So since last year, 2020, there was a growing demand, okay, and increasing popularity of dragon fruit, not only here in Kenya, but in the continent of Africa. Okay, so I brought dragon fruit seedlings from the Philippines way back in 2015. Okay, I also brought a few cuttings. Okay, and I propagated the seeds, and after transplanting them in small cups, someone, I don't know who, I cannot remember, someone bought all my seedlings. Okay, uh, I suspect someone from Meru. Anyway, so there are so many questions with regards to dragon fruits. Okay, the dragon fruit plant. First and foremost, it originated from Mexico, um, also from Central and South America, subtropical and tropical countries. Okay, so that's where it has originated. So my cuttings, my seeds, I brought from the Philippines, but I think someone also imported them from Vietnam. Okay, and the cuttings from Vietnam were brought to them during colonial, colonial days. All right, so that's the origin of dragon fruit. Okay, right now I think the biggest consumer of dragon fruit is China. Okay, and the biggest grower of dragon fruit is Vietnam. They have about 36,000 hectares, okay, of dragon fruit. So it's a big industry in Vietnam. In fact, in China, there is a company that grow only dragon fruit in China, and it is listed in the stock market. Okay, I heard from a Chinese friend. All right, so that's their only business. So in Southeast Asia, dragon fruit normally, you know, produce fruit between May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, 6 months, and sometimes even up to November. Okay, so those were the fruiting months of dragon fruit in Southeast Asia, Vietnam included. All right. Here in Kenya, based on my experience, the fruiting season is maybe late November or early December up to June. Okay, up to June. So you see now the window of opportunity for us. Okay, so if the fruiting season in Southeast Asia is from May to October or November, and the fruiting season here in Kenya is from November to May or June, then that's the window of opportunity for us, okay, in terms of market. So if Vietnam is supplying 90% of its produce to China, then that could be our window of opportunity, okay? Wherein, especially here in Kenya, we have, you know, full sunlight all year round. Okay. All right, so that's the origin of the dragon fruit, where the countries where it thrives and the fruiting season. All right. So what else? Good. Why it is gaining popularity? What are the health benefits? Okay. So the dragon fruit, according to scientific research, okay, laboratory research, including medical research, so the dragon fruit is very high in vitamin C, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, and vitamin B3. Okay, it's very rich in calcium. What else? It's very rich in fiber, so it has antioxidant properties, so very good for people with cancer. And then it is also very good in lowering cholesterol level, even blood pressure. It's very good for people with diabetes and of course constipation. Okay, so it helps people suffering from constipation. So those are just some of the health benefits of eating dragon fruits. That's why it's really gaining popularity. Good. What else? So, what are the requirements in terms of planting? Okay, so it's very important that we we invest in good cuttings. Okay, so we only get cuttings from reliable sources. So at Freddie's farm, it is our business model wherein we grow and we propagate dragon fruit cuttings. Okay, so we have distributed maybe the dragon fruit cuttings to almost maybe 1,000 people already since we started in 2015. All right, and hopefully we shall have plenty of dragon fruits already here in the country and in the region. Okay, all right, so the soil requirement. So first and foremost, you have to check the soil acidity. Okay, so the ideal is 7, but I think it is still possible to have 6.5 to 7.5 pH, okay, of soil. So just add organic manure, okay, and or compost into your soil just to achieve 7 level of acidity. Okay. uh, the dragon fruit doesn't like very acidic soil. Okay, it will affect its growth, including its production. Okay, you also choose well draining soil. Okay, so black soil, cotton soil is fine. Okay, sandy soil is also fine as long as you add organic matter. Okay, topsoil and manure and compost. Fully decomposed. Okay, dry, fully decomposed manure. Could be cow dung, pig dung, chicken dung. Okay, goat, rabbit. At home at Freddie's farm, I'm using rabbit dung. Okay, and vermicast. So those are the fertilizer that I'm using at Freddie's farm. Okay, and avoid places wherein you experience flooding. So because dragon fruit doesn't like a flooded area. Okay, so it's a cactus, by the way. So it likes dry and sunny and hot places. So it can thrive in terms of temperature, weather, climate. It can thrive from 15 degrees to 35 degrees within that range. Okay, more or less. Okay, so if your places, you are in semi-arid and arid places, dragon fruit can thrive very well. If you receive maybe once or twice a year rain, dragon fruit can also thrive on those places. All right, so what else? Yeah, so there's one question. Suppose there will be plenty of supply already of dragon fruit in the farm. So what will happen now to the market? Well, here in Kenya, right now in terms of market, in the supermarket. If you go to Carrefour, we are still importing from South Africa. Okay. Um, the price right now in the supermarket is 890 Kenya shillings, approximately $9. Okay, so that's the price in the supermarket. Yeah, but nevertheless, there are some things that we can do just in case. We have now plenty of fruits. Okay, so the first thing is we can produce soap. Okay, bath soap. Okay, from the stems. Okay, of the dragon fruit. I think we can extract some oil or something from the stems of the dragon fruit. Then we can produce soap. Okay, I think the technology on how to produce soap is already out there. Next, we can also produce vinegar, okay, from the fruit, and then we can also produce wine, and then jam, of course. Okay, so we can also do yogurt as value addition, ice cream. Okay, so these are just some of the things that you can do. You can produce powder, dragon fruit. uh, you can dry them, okay, dehydrate them, and then convert it into powder, so you can have dragon fruit juice. Okay, so that now juice can be available all year round in case uh, we have off season. All right. uh, any other question? Okay, so I've been asked, by the way, which one is better, individual posts or the trellis system? Okay, so personally I have no preference as to which one is better. So if you want to choose the post, individual post, so the ideal height of the post is 6 feet. Okay, and then be sure that there is an extended iron bars. Okay, 3 iron bars extended above the post. Okay, so the post itself is 6 feet, and then you can have another 1 foot of 3 iron bars, extended outside of the post. Okay, uh, and then we prepare concrete post because this plant, you can continue to maintain and harvest fruits, for as long as 50 years. Okay, so at least the post will be able to support the plant within the span of 50 years. You can also use wooden post, but wooden post I think will only last 10 to 15 years. All right. So depending on your budget, you can use wooden post or concrete post, at least 4 inches in diameter. That's the ideal size of the post. Okay, 6 feet high. In burying the post, we need to bury 1.5 feet. So means to say, so 6 feet less 1.5 feet. So you have now the height from the ground, 4.5 feet. Okay, so I said 1.5 feet to bury on the ground because at least now to avoid the post from leaning, and falling. All right. So in terms of distancing of the post, individual post, so on the same row you can have 2 meters per post, but in between rows you can have 3 meters. Okay, so 2 meters on the same row, and then 3 meters in between rows. Okay, so that now at least you have a space to, as you manage, as you harvest, as you prune, your dragon fruit farm. All right. In one post you can plant 4 cuttings to maximize the yield. Okay, so one cutting for every side of the post. Okay, So in planting, you don't have to dig deep, 2 inches only. And then choose the flat size of the cutting to be the one that is attached to the post. Okay, I repeat, choose the flat size of the cutting to be on the side of the post. Okay, that's where the dragon fruit also will grow aerial roots, so that now they can attach to the post. Okay, so yeah, so uh, while they're young, they have no roots, so you have to tie the cuttings to the post. Okay, so after a month, the cuttings will now produce shoots. Okay, so it's time to prune already. So you prune stems or shoots that are thin and growing away from the post. Okay, so if you have planted 4 cuttings around the post, you allow only 1 shoot, okay, to grow from each cutting going up, okay, to go up. All right, and choose the one that is healthy and that one that is close to the post. Okay, and then you tie again. Okay, and then you have to train your dragon fruit as it climb the post. Okay, the same is true with the trellis system. Okay, for the trellis system, maintain a height also of 4.5 feet above the ground of the post. Okay, it's easier to manage. And then for the distancing, okay, in between stick, okay, because you're going to plant in rows, because it has a trellis on top. Okay, at least 2 feet, 2 feet distance between cuttings. All right. And then between rows, you maintain also 3 meters distance between rows. Okay, the same with the individual post. All right, so those are just some of the things that I would like to tell you today. So we're going to have part 2 of this Q&A. I'll try to answer most of your questions. Okay, good. So don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Enjoy the rest of your day.